Good morning, welcome back to On the Road Adventure.
Morning.
And today we woke up by beautiful sunshine in Norway. We're about 250 miles from the Nordkapp and we stayed in this really nice cabin last night.
We've been promised a few days of really good weather, which is excellent for us because we're only about 250 miles from the Nordkapp. So we're going to start off today with some eggs and some of this lovely Riddler's cheese that we get here. Really nice stuff. And then we can jump straight on the bikes, no taking a tent down, and we're up the road.
Almost soft. I actually put everything in the fridge last night. So the fridge was unplugged, I had to plug it in, put it on, and I put everything we had, eggs, because that's what they do in here, everything in the fridge. And in the morning, everything was frozen, including the eggs. So I had a hard time thinking how long would I need to boiling the eggs for. Farmer boy must have a lot of fun on this ATV around here. A little bit of a correction here. We got the miles wrong to the top. We are just over 400 miles away from Nordkapp. So I think we'll be arriving there tomorrow, because the ride, even though it's 400 miles, it's still something ridiculous, like 10 hours or more, something like that. So yeah, it's not today yet, but I've got something planned for today. So hopefully it will be open and it will be fun. As far as the campsite go, these views were really good. Really quiet in here as well. Absolutely loved it.
What a place to stay. Do you know what? Sometimes the best places we find, this is Solvang camping. But some of the best places we find, they're usually just like here really, some farmer's field up the back, out the way somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is owned by the farmer down there. I saw him up and down here quite a few times, and his son doing the grass this morning. Really nice place.
Usually when it's you know, the owner is here and running it and everything, these places stay, you know, really clean and everything, which is exactly what the case was here. Really enjoyed that. What a difference from the night before, which was a lovely campsite by the beach and everything, but of course that means it is absolutely heaving.
On the really good news, we are back up to 28 degrees. That's really good.
You don't know what to do with all your thermal stuff and that. Honestly, I've put my extra thermal layers back in this Revit sand suit and I am toasty warm again. Hey, there's worse things to complain about though, eh?
Don't worry, we can always find something to complain about, good or bad. There's always something.
Always. Look at that house, so cool. I wonder how much upkeep these wooden houses take, because you know they must take a bit of shit through the winter with all the bad weather and everything. I bet you got to repaint that probably once a year if you want to keep that nice. That's my guess anyway. This fella's been stood here all night on the bridge and he's not real. It's a strange thing to put there.
That's a great place name, Moan. Well, we're not going to Moan today, are we? Today it's not the day to moan.
We must be going in the right direction to something. We have seen a lot of bikes this morning.
I've been enjoying this ride this morning so much. It's just so much nature around us and a lot of mountains. I just feel mesmerized by it. I hope we're gonna see them closer. Well, I'm not gonna just bypass them. I don't know what mountains are they, but they just look great. And there is not much traffic up here in the north, so we're having a relaxing ride this morning.
Just look at those mountains over there. Absolutely spectacular views. This road has been awesome this morning, and I'll tell you what else has been absolutely awesome. These Teneres. Mine's just clicked over 5,000 kilometers now on this trip, coming up to 10,000 kilometers total. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this bike. Other than the hard seat issue, this thing's plodding away reliably, just nicely, doing everything fine. It's not the perfect bike for everything. It's like jack of all trades but master of none, but it will do everything, and that's what I like about it. Well, we're just going to pull on over here there's a petrol station. Hopefully we'll get a drink or something, have a little bit of a break. We've been going a couple of hours now. Oh, it was a great stop at the gas station. We spoke to multiple bikers. Everybody was stopping here, which means that we sat here and talked to everybody. We met a nice young couple on, she had a KTM 390 and he had a Yamaha MT-07, I think, and they were both wearing headlights. And we spoke to them, and you know, how come you're wearing it? Because you're young. Safety, common sense. Yeah, I like their attitude. And now we've been talking to this guy with a 30-year-old, I think he said, gold wing, with a huge trailer tent on the back, and he reckons with his daughter yesterday and all his stuff, he got a 200 kilo trailer. He reckons that was weighing about 800 kilo with a full tank. That's crazy. What a setup. What a dude though. I think he said he had about 250,000 kilometers on that one.
Yes, that's right.
Right, well our bikes are looking pretty poor with 10,000 kilometers on them, so I think we better go and put a few more on ours before somebody asks us how many we got. That was a good stop, I enjoyed that. Met some nice people. It's really refreshing to see other younger people who are wearing the headlight and think that it's a good idea before they have a you know, a problem. Sadly, most people we speak to when they have them, we ask out of curiosity really, because it's still fairly new to us. You know, how come you wear it? What made you decide to do that? And almost always they will tell you, I had an accident and this happened, so now I've got one, or my friend had an accident and this happened, so I bought one.
I also did some looking up on Google Maps, and as I got closer, zoom in on the mountain range, can't make much sense out of it, but there is a really nice, the mountain range, I think that's the one we've been seeing for many miles now. It's called something, of course I knew I will forget it, but it's called something Alps.
I have heard of the Norwegian Alps before, and they do match the description by the looks of it. I think the next portion of the ride is going to be very good. It looks like we're going to be running up the north coast as we head up towards Nordkapp.
See, even though I don't remember the exact name of this Alps here, they are looking really good. And quite frankly, we thought that at this point we're gonna see just flatlined and no trees.
Now, we did speak to that young couple wearing the headlight vest at the garage just now, and they asked where we're going, like you do, and we told them we're going to Nordkapp, and the lad said he had been before, and he said you're going to go, you know, past this now, past the fjord, he said, and then after that it's just a fairly new road. He said it's flat and just goes on and there's not much to see, but he also said there's not much to see up here, and obviously we're really excited to see the mountains and all that sort of thing. But I think we're all guilty of that. We all think our own area is a little bit boring because you've ridden it so many times and seen it. And someone else comes along with you know, fresh eyes full of enthusiasm, and we think this area is absolutely stunning. We have heard from some people that, you know, turn around when you get to the Arctic Circle Centre, there's nothing to see after that. Well, so far, in my opinion, you've been wrong, and so far it's been well worth the journey. Look who's hiding in the bushes over there, look. Mr. Policeman with his speed trap. And then there's another car further up. Wonder how that works then. So one of them must clock you with a camera, and then there's somebody a bit further up the road to stop you. But anyway, what's really interesting is the difference in attitude in Scandinavia. there was a guy who was telling me that you know, about the zero death policy that they hope to have within the next 10 years and things, but more importantly he was saying that Scandinavian people have real trust and faith in their authorities and the decisions that they make, which results in their safety. And whether you think it's right or wrong, you can't deny, as Eva said, these are probably some of the safest roads actually we've driven on. We haven't hardly any stupid overtakes or anything. Days like this, riding through these mountains on these roads, you just feel so grateful, so thankful for being here and, you know, where we are. And, you know, the weather's held out so fantastically for us as well. We've been so lucky on this trip. If you're going to come to Norway, I would definitely advise do as we did and wait for the peak season. July is, you know, it's been really kind to us. Give yourself the best hope. But this could be miserable if you were riding daily in the rain, but it's been pure joy. The road we're on now is actually the Northern Lights tourist route. Now that would be so good in winter, I reckon. I'd love to see that, but I'm not sure I'd want to ride this far in winter in that weather. But perhaps flying as far up north as you can in Norway in winter would be an excellent week's trip. To stop here and just take a look at this. What a picturesque scene this is. Can you believe that this is the main road going north up to Norway? It is absolutely spectacular. I think we've said a few times on this trip that you just can't choose the wrong road. We just bump into amazing things the whole time on this tour. Norway must be the easiest place to come to on a motorcycle tour with zero planning. We just came down the road here and saw this place, a hotel, and there were some other bikers outside when we stopped as well. So I thought, that's right, we'll run in, get a coffee, whatever, have a bit of a break the journey up a bit. What a strange place in there. It's like a hotel for local people or something. There's no coffee machine or anything like that. I've walked in, there's a girl sat in there. So right, I was hoping I could buy a coffee. Oh, this coffee here, it's free. Help yourself out of a flask on the side of the thing, like it's for the staff or something. And it's a bit odd that. It was like nobody's ever come through those doors before looking for services of any kind. This is a local hotel for local people. This makes more sense now. We literally come round the corner and we bumped into this sort of a main street here, some hotels and cafes and petrol stations and things. That's why they seem so unprepared. Everybody comes through and stops here in the town. I just saw the first thing and stopped there.
Yeah, it might be wise to make some food shopping for tomorrow morning and tonight, because there might not be much choice later on, or no shops at all.
The road we're following, the E6, is so beautiful. Views, as it's been all day, absolutely spectacular. But there seems to be less and less people now. There's less traffic about, and the traffic that there is, we keep sort of like passing other bikers and the same cars and trucks. So I reckon most people that we see now on this road going this way probably are going to the Nordkapp. There's not much else along here. We just came through a tunnel, over a cattle grid, and then we're seeing road signs warning of reindeer. Feels very much like a change of environment now. I hope we actually do see some reindeer though, because for the last 10 days or so we've been seeing signs for moose and no joy yet. There we go, reindeer sign.
Wonder what they are fishing down there for. Maybe crab or something? I'm not sure actually.
I don't know how long it's been since we last saw a car or somebody else coming the other way. It's starting to feel truly remote around here. Well, today we have knocked out I'm not sure how many kilometers, and we have ridden for about 6 hours, and it has been absolutely beautiful. But the reason why we did that is because we really wanted to go somewhere, or Eva especially really wanted to go somewhere to eat.
Yes, I've heard that Sami people are the best when it comes to preparing reindeer, sorry. So that's what we came here for. The restaurant is open till 10 o'clock, so hopefully they have some reindeer left.
Just in the car park behind us, there are some real reindeer. We can see them in a pen. We were going to go over and see them, but I thought perhaps we'll go and see them after we've been for dinner.
Here we are, ordered 1 stew, 1 reindeer schnitzel.
Yeah, well, on the menu is reindeer, or reindeer.
Or vegan soup.
Or vegan soup, yeah, so believe it or not, I didn't go for the soup.
I think it's really good, and it's reassuring that you only got 4 or 5 things on the menu and they all reindeer.
So we asked the lady who was serving us just now, it was very nice, whether the reindeer out the back were for tomorrow's dinner. She said, no, they're our pets, So the ones that we're getting are farmed properly by the Sami people.
I don't know whether they farmed or wild.
I'm pretty sure that's what the Sami people do.
Okay.
They make their living off of the reindeer and stuff. I mean, I'm no expert, but anyway, it gets sent off to the butcher and then it gets sent here to be served up by these people.
Yeah, she said they have to get the reindeer, sell it to the butcher, and then buy it from the butcher once they're done doing what they're doing.
But if you're going to try the reindeer, you want to try it from the people who have been, using it for many years.
Generations.
Yeah, and they know what they're doing. This isn't just some frozen stuff from a tourist trap somewhere in some town.
Hope so.
I'm sounding very optimistic about this, mainly because I'm very hungry. Right, well, grub's up.
Food is here.
I've got a reindeer schnitzel with some potatoes and some salad.
Why do you sound sad about it? Are you scared?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. You got to eat double if I can't get through this,
Well,
you know that.
I've got the most traditional thing I could get, which is the stew. I'll show you that. Well, that's the stew, and it's eaten with the sweet bread, so that'll be interesting to try.
All right, let's have a
go
go.
on for the first bite.
Dying for this, yeah.
If you don't like it, I've got twice as much.
That's exactly what's going to happen there.
There's a big piece for the start, too big.
Looks very
Looks like reindeer.
red inside.
It's not. It's brown.
Is it?
Does it taste like Christmas?
It tastes like sausage, to be fair.
That's alright then.
Do you want to try it before you try yours?
Yeah.
That tastes like a pork sausage. Probably quite a cheap one, but...
Kind of, yeah. What about my reindeer? It tastes like liver. It's not bad.
There we go. Well, that was an experience, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, but I really want to see the reindeer now. Say hello to them.
I actually managed to eat all of mine and it wasn't too bad at all. Honestly, that tasted like pork sausage, and then Eva made me try a bit of hers and that did not taste as good. I'm pretty sure mine was covered up with salt and whatnot and fried and with onions and that, but it wasn't bad, to be fair. You want to go see the real ones?
Yeah.
The real ones.
The live ones.
The live one. The reindeer are in their pen, but they're quite far away from where they were earlier, so we can't get to them. It's too late to want to stroke them now. They know what you've done.
They can sense that I just ate one of them.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah.
No pets for you. You can't be trusted with a pet reindeer. Pet anything. Well, we asked the lady inside whether she thought we could actually see any wild deer on the way up to Nordkapp, and she assures us that there's an area that we'll pass through where you will see a lot of them. In the summer months, they come down near the main road and everything. So.
And in the winter, they go to the mountains. So I'm
Now's
sure
the
we will
best
see
chance.
some. You might not be able to pet the wild ones, but
Or eat
who
them.
knows?
Right, well, that went better than expected.
Not too bad, not too bad.
So next couple of jobs, we need to go to a supermarket and find ourselves some drinks and bits and pieces for the evening, and then breakfast. Yeah, we got this thing of buying eggs the night before now and just making eggs in the morning. It's quick, cheap, easy and healthy, so just eggs work well for us.
So today, if we continued for the next 3.5 hours, 283 kilometers, no, 238 kilometers, we would have arrived in Nordkapp. But we are gonna leave this for tomorrow. You can see the sun behind me to my left, and it's 10 p.m. right now, and it just looks so beautiful. I can see why so many people stay up late and go in to see the midnight sun. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between 10 p.m. and midnight sun. I need to do some research when we're at the campsite. But it's definitely something else, and if you're not local to these areas that have midnight sun, then I think it's a little bit of a novelty, and I definitely want to see it, experience it. And one thing for sure, you do not feel sleepy.
Right, we are arriving at Camping Solvang, which we're really banking on being available on account of, well, the next one is not for some time, so let's hope they got a little grass pitch for us somewhere. Oh, it looks like there's plenty of room here, surely. Okay, so yeah, that's absolutely fine. It is 340 kronas, which is quite expensive for camping for one night.
Yeah, but it's still not as expensive. No, it's probably less than £30 anyway.
Yeah, he says there is Wi-Fi, but only over here near this building. So usually tents go down here between these trees and things, which isn't very level by the looks of it. But I said, well, it looks very full there, mate. Any chance we can go over there with the vans and that? Yeah, that's fine, no problem. Go over the other side of the playground and find yourself somewhere to put yourself. So yeah, so we'll go over there where it's quieter and flat and level.
Right, so we found the playground. Let's find a place. I mean, this even could be alright somewhere, yeah.
It is such a strange world we're living in right now, believe it or not. It's about midnight and it's still daytime outside. It's a weird place. You lose all concept of time there. It's almost like your body forgets to get tired because it's light all the time. So we find ourselves just editing and doing our bits and pieces and we're like, oh, Christ, we need to go to bed soon.
I just want to eat chocolate now, I think.
Yeah, you're eating at weird times as well. It's really strange.
Well, today, looking at the map, we've done 6 hours and 10 minutes of non-stop riding, and that's 426 kilometers to the point in which we are now. And we are very, very, very close to Nordkapp.
I think it's only about half that on now to the end destination.
Yeah, so we are only 3 hours and 18 minutes riding from Nordkapp, 225 kilometers.
It's going to be a shame to haven't got there really and ended this epic challenge, don't you reckon?
We're still not out of Norway anyway.
No.
So
but
I think I'm not In general, I'm not the one for going from setting challenges like that, because sometimes when you set yourself a goal like I'm going to Nordkapp, Southkapp, whatever, you forget to enjoy every day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we could have done it far quicker than we have done. We've explored and stuff, and that's what we're all about, really. It's all about the journey, really, not the destination. But in this scenario, the Nordkapp is the end destination, and that's where we're planning to go. But we still have tomorrow to deal with that, and hopefully we'll finally see some wild reindeer.
And moose.
And moose, maybe. Well, we'd like to thank Trev, who has been on Buy Me a Coffee, bought himself a t-shirt and supported us with a night's camping. So thank you very much, Trev.
Thank you very much.
We need to get our heads down. Join us again in the next one.
See you when it's light. Well, it's never dark here.
It's always daytime.
Love you, bye.